Hey everybody, this is Gary from organicweb.com.au and I'm a Mailchimp partner specializing in Mailchimp training and consulting for all size organizations. Joy asked a question on one of my videos on YouTube about when people unsubscribe in Mailchimp, how can Joy get them to update their preferences? In other words, not unsubscribe, but say, I prefer to get this type of email or that type of email. So using the natural Mailchimp unsubscribe mechanism, in other words, when a person clicks that unsubscribe link in the footer of each Mailchimp email, the person is immediately marked as unsubscribe in the audience. In other words, we cannot send to them again. So we actually can't use the unsubscribe link to ask people to update their preferences in Mailchimp anyway. What we can do, however, is make it more obvious that a person can update their preferences before they unsubscribe. So I'll go through one means of doing that. I'll take you across to Firefox in this case. I'm logged into Mailchimp. I'm going to use, I guess we could call it a more traditional way of doing it in Mailchimp, where we use an update profile form. You could also use a landing page to do this, and landing pages work very well as an update preference type form. The first thing is I'm going to show how we can set preferences in an audience. I'm going to use groups in this case. So I'll just go into one of my audiences. This one happens to be called organicweb.com.au, but whatever audience you have. And you'll notice I have my people there and so on. So what we want to do is we want to add groups, and a group is just quite simply checkboxes in its simplistic form, checkboxes where a person can select one or more items with it, or those checkboxes can, one or more or groups in this case. Sorry, I'm mumbling here. Okay, so to create groups, we click Manage Contacts and quite simply click Groups. I'll create a group, so I'm going to click Create Groups. And how do we want these to appear? Now, most people would select as checkboxes, so then a person can select more than one. Let's pretend we're a travel company or an airline or something like that, and we'll say, okay, let's name this group. So, what is your fave destination? You could have even said some other words such as what type of emails do you want to receive? And maybe into here we want to say Australia, and I'm saying that just because I'm here, Singapore, for example, maybe USA, and so on. And you can do those for yourself. And I'll click Save. Okay, I'm just going to click Done for now. And we'll go back to our audience view. I'll just click the number of contacts, and just to show you, we now have this field called what is your fave destination, and again you could have called this rather what types of emails do you want to receive. So as soon as people start entering the information or checking the boxes, it will appear in a comma separated values. In other words, Singapore, USA, or just USA, or Australia, Singapore, or something like that anyway. Okay, so that's the first step. We need to set up that actual field where we can capture that data. Right. So now that we've done that, we need to ask people in the emails we send to them, we need to say to them, before unsubscribing, please choose your preferences. So let me go into campaigns. I'll just go all campaigns, and we'll go into an email campaign showing how we can do this. I have a demo here. I'm going to click Edit, and I'm just going to very quickly need to change the audience. I'm going to click Edit Recipients and just change it to that audience to which we've just added the group. And I'll click Save, just so the fields are available. On the content, I'm going to click Edit. This is just a demo. Okay, we'll wait for this to load up. Okay, so this is the very typical email campaign builder. So let's say we want to add a piece at the bottom here, what we could do is quite simply, this is a text block. We could have dragged and dropped the text block down, but I'll just click edit for now. And maybe we want to say, want to receive different emails, click here, something like that, okay? The trick here is that it's actually very simple to go across to what we call the update profile form in Mailchimp, and I'll show you that form next up. But for now, all we do is in the text block, we click merge tags. So I'm clicking merge tags, and if we scroll down, keep scrolling down, under list links, so under merge tags, list links, we can see update profile link. So I'm just going to click on that. And this looks a bit weird, but it will automatically fill for people. I could even just quite simply copy that, for example, and put that link anywhere else, such as in a button, and I'll demonstrate that. So let's say we wanted a button. I could quite simply drag and drop the button content block wherever I want it. I'm just going to drop it. And we could do something here saying update, and under the web address, I'll just paste that update profile merge tag or shortcode in this case. And when a person clicks that, they will see their own individual record in Mailchimp. And I'm going to click save and close. What you'll notice is in the natural footer, in the basic, oh sorry, let me move myself, let me move my picture around here a little bit. Okay, what you'll notice in what's called the footer, so that's the footer content block down here. What you'll notice there is that Mailchimp automatically insert by default that you can update your preferences. You could even make that bigger, you know, to highlight it to people and so on, if you really wanted to. Let me just do that just to show you. So I could select that, for example, and just make it bold. It'll show up in a second anyway down here. So that would then be in bold, and people would be able to, it would be more evident to them. So what happens when a person clicks, for example, the update profile link or the update preferences? What happens in that case is they're taken to a profile update form. This is where people can update their own details. So this update profile could be used if you're wanting to get more information from people, such as maybe you've got their email address but not their first name. You could send them there and people can fill their own first name. So when a person goes to that form, whatever details you already have in your audience will show to the people on the form. Let me show you that form. So we need to go out of the campaign builder, and this is just a once-off you need to do. I'm going to click audience dashboard. I'm going to view my contacts. The place that we can see the update profile form and change the fields people see and so on is under sign up forms. So I'm going to click sign up forms. I'm then going to click form builder. So I clicked sign up forms. Now I click form builder. By default, the sign up form is shown. Okay, but here we can see the fields, and we can select, for example, what people will see and what they won't see. So if I click on address here, for example, you'll notice that it's hidden. What hidden means is that we as administrator can see it, but the subscriber in this case, or the contact, wouldn't be able to see it. We could of course make it visible if we really wanted to, but I'll just keep it hidden for now. You will also notice that now we have our group down here. What is your favorite destination, or select your preferences, for example. So this is the form that people will see when they click the update profile form. Their email address would already be filled for them, and any other information you've got. So it doesn't look necessarily fantastic. So let's make it look a little bit more pretty. So we've already seen how we can hide. So for example, I could go hidden, or make it visible, which is the default usually. You could also make it a required field if you really wanted to, any of the fields. Okay, but I'm going to design it. So the first thing I'm going to do to make it look a little bit more pretty is I'm going to hover over my logo and click use image to add my logo. So I'll click use image. I'm taken to the Mailchimp Content Studio, and I can find my logo or update my logo and click insert. and I'll just click Save and Insert Image. Okay, and in a second my logo will show. Maybe I want a different color background. I could click Design It. Let me do this rather. Sorry, I'm going to take us across to the actual update profile form, just so you can see what it looks like. So here's the update profile form. So this is what people will see, and you can see those sort of extra fields have been removed. So this is what people will see by default. You can click Edit, update the text here. You can even add the update text here. For example, save and close. Okay. So this is what people see when they click the that link we added to our campaign. And okay, it's not letting me go into the design it for now, but you'll be able to just change the background color and so on if you want to. But that's how we can get around the issue of not being able to ask people, get them to select their own preferences when they unsubscribe. Because in Mailchimp, as soon as a person clicks unsubscribe, the unsubscribe link in the footer of your email, they're marked as unsubscribed in your audience, and you cannot send to them again. But if we can encourage people to rather go to the update profile form, it might stop them from unsubscribing and get them to choose their preferences. Because once you've got those preferences, you can create a segment and target people based on the preferences they've got, if they're in Singapore, for example, or Australia, or the USA, or whatever the case might be. But I hope that helps. Leave comments below if you do have any questions. Please subscribe to my channel. And I'm Gary from organicweb.com.au, and thanks for joining me.